Video with me, Lord Bobothy. This is a very fast game of Catan on colonist.io as last week, and I am picking first. So it's a low ore board, low wheat as well, so we might want to secure some of that with our first pick. That's 11 producing, so that's always going to be a good spot. This is 11 and it's got the wheat, which as it's low is good. This gives us lots of wheat. Same production. Okay, we've run out of time. We're going to pick this one so that we can get the ore, and also we've got the sheep port. I didn't actually go through that while I was thinking. I forgot that I've only got a minute to decide. I normally play the regular fast mode, but I thought very fast might be better for YouTube content. So I'm going to have to wait a while to be able to make my second pick, so in the meantime I recommend that you all like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It would help out a lot and it encourages me to make future videos for you guys. Okay, so the question is, where am I going to have a second pick? I think the 5, 10, 9 will probably be taken by then, but I'd say that's one of the best spots. The 3, 4, 6 also works really well because it gives us a starting wood brick, allows us to get a road quickly, and it gives us, in general, just the 3 resources that we need. The 5, 10, 9 is high producing, but I don't like it that much, even though we could get the sheep port. We'd not have any wheat, we'd not have any wood, and we'd have so much sheep at the start that we wouldn't be able to do much with it, so we'll just progress really slowly at the start. And even though it's high producing, if we're trading it all off 2 to 1, because we've not got any use for the sheep, then that pretty much halves the production, if you will. Because for every 2 sheep we'll only be getting 1 card back. So someone did take the 5, 10, 9, as we expected. Up top I think this works really well for them. It's decent production. It's high variance, as in if the 5, 9 and 10 don't roll as much as normal, then they're going to be screwed from the start. But if they roll a lot, they could do really well at the same time. But I think this spot is quite good in particular, because if they get the wheat port, with the excess wheat that they're going to have, it'll just be really useful. They went there, as we expected. Okay. So the question, yeah, they're going to point it this way, to the left, the road. I know they point, I don't like that at all. I'm going to say that now, I think that's a really bad decision. I mean, in Blue's position, if there's anyone in the comments who's a master at Catan or just better than me, then feel free to tell me why you think this is a better move, but I think going for the wheat port would be so much better in this position. Because they're not going to have any ore either, so they're going to need a port, and the 3-1 will work, I think, if they get that. I just prefer the wheat one. So orange picked this spot. It gets them more wood. I think this is the one they picked, yeah. It gets them more wood, and it gets them some wheat, which they probably really wanted. But at the same time, so does where red went, and they're going to have so much wood at the start and no brick to pair with it. Okay, where do I want to go? I'm last pick, so It puts me in control somewhat. I think this one's looking nice. I've not talked about it yet, but it's 11 production. We don't get any wheat to start with. That's the biggest weakness. And there's no easy way we can get it later on. I guess if we go here, we could build downwards quite quickly. And we've also got the ability to expand upwards there later on. I think this one might be better because we've already got some sheep, and even though it's one lower producing, it means we can get this port as well, which will be useful. I'm going to go with it. Okay. Immediately make sure that we beat blue, because that's a race almost, if you will. Means blue's going to have a tough time now because they're going to have to build 2 roads to get to the wheat port. And then settle on it. Oh, it's me still. Wish everyone else good luck and that they have fun. Always polite. If these 8s keep rolling, Orange's not going to have a bad game. I don't know if Red has any brick at the moment. I don't think they do. I can imagine Orange with all of this wood, Red with all of that brick. They might have some trading to do this game. Because it benefits them both a similar amount, I think, for their setups. But once Red does actually settle here, then that trade all of a sudden becomes quite useless to them, because they'll have their own wood supply. Whereas with Oranges, I don't see how they can easily get much brick, apart from if they get the wood port. Ooh, rubber. In this position, some people target the highest producing spot, some people target who they think is winning, so to speak. Hard to tell at this stage, of course. Oh gosh, the timers are so much slower than I'm used to. I'm gonna steal from Red. I think both Blue and Orange. I think Blue's got it. Blue can make theirs work. They're not going to have a port, but I reckon they can still work it. Oranges, I don't like. This'll bite me back when Orange beats me. I'm not going to take that because we're on the 6. Doesn't help us. Is there anyone who would desperately need a sheep? Red could use it, but I don't think they'd want to be giving up wood for it because they don't get much of it to begin with. Okay. Well, I wanted to settle here, but a city is on the cards now. Red could do with some wood, probably. I mean, I think they still... I've not been paying it enough attention, but they might need a wood still to settle. Question is, though, who else? I think Red has ore, and that's it. They might realise that I could be on for a city, though, so they might avoid that trade. We'll roll first. See if anyone takes the 1-for-1. If not, we might do a 2-for-1. I wouldn't want to go further than that though. I mean, red's thinking about it. Still thinking. Okay, we didn't manage to get... That's not very good, we're on 7 cards. The turns are just so quick, 30-second turns, it just flies by. Especially if someone doesn't accept a trade straight away. Because you could just be waiting for them to complete the trade before you decide to do anything with your turn. I mean, right now, I don't know if we've... I don't think we've had a 6 yet this game, which is unusual. I feel like we've had enough turns. Orange and blue, the two people whose setups I did question at the start, they are both ahead at the moment. We won't take this. The sheep would be useful, but if we get a sheep, we get a brick, and if we get a brick, we get a sheep. We're going to have to use them together, so... I mean, this is... We'll wait until the... Again, nothing. We've had a turn where we've had a whole round and not received a single card. We finally have now. So we've got the city in hand now, but we could lose it. Oh, red's got their... Okay. Oh, that's... I didn't comment on this before because I didn't notice it, I'll be honest. That red's on the 4 ore and the 4 wheat, which is quite good because it means that whenever they get ore, they get wheat to go with it. And seeing as they're whenever you use ore, you will use wheat, you know, for cities and development cards. It's a good combination to have on the same number. For example, in my situation, I'm on a 6 and a 5, which you'd both expect to come up a lot. But the 5's been rolling a lot, you know. We've got forward here. And we've not had a single 6 yet. I mean, there's no brick. This trade won't go through. And... Well, speak of the devil, I'm gonna... Okay, the order matters here, because if I build a city... Oh no, it doesn't matter, I can't do it either way. Oh no, I can do it. If I build a city first, then I won't have the wheat to be able to settle as well. But if I do it this way, then I can get the 3-1 port, and then I can trade 3 wood for a wheat and get the city. And I'm going to get it here. I want some more wood bricks so that I can keep on expanding, maybe get the sheep port, or the 511 looks decent up there, and maybe the 411, maybe the 6. without thinking about how everyone else's game is going. I mean, we are winning. But I could do with some... Okay, that's not bad. If anyone else rolls a 7, they're just going to probably rob me anyway because I've got more victory points. So I guess it could be worse than the robber being here. But it isn't ideal. Because at the moment we've got wood, but we've got nothing to use it with. Red's made a statement of intent that they do not want to trade with orange. Nice. I don't see... Is it... Orange doesn't seem happy about it. I'm a bit confused about it myself. I don't see why. Maybe it's because orange robbed red, but it was a reasonable thing to do. At the time, there was no reason why they wouldn't. I was winning, but I didn't have any cards, so they blocked me and stole from red. If that was even orange who did steal, then I think it was. Yeah, because they've got a night card played. This doesn't benefit us. Okay, where do we want to move this to? I mean, this is the highest producing spot that I'm not on. Nobody's particularly pulling away. I'll steal from red because they've got the city already. Please, oh please though, just... I mean, how many 5s are we getting? Not many 6s though. Come on. Give us a 6. I'm just sat on all of this wood at the moment. Okay. That's not great for us. I mean, we should have probably stopped that if we really wanted the sheep port by getting the sheep port sooner, but I wasn't too bothered about it, so... Red isn't happy that I robbed them. I mean, I could explain it in chat, but... Both of these trades would allow us to get a city. As it... Orange, yes. I mean... I don't know how it helps orange much. They can, I guess, port the wood. But it helps us far more because we get a city. Okay, so... Oh, it must have been blue that robbed red then. I mean, my perspective was I just robbed the highest producing spot. I don't think that's so unreasonable. Red's on 4 VP now anyway. Oh yeah, and I also said the city. Cities tend to be a bit better than settlements if you can get them early on. On the one hand, getting extra settlements means you're harder to block because you're going to be on more different tiles. For example, when I got this settlement, I gained the 9 tile, which is harder to block than if you get a city. Because when I got the city here, this 6 is still going to be blocked. On the other hand, getting cities is, in my opinion, so much better, because when you get a city, you'll usually get it on your highest producing spot. So, for example, for me, this is 10 points of production at the cost of only 5 cards, whereas at the cost of 4 cards, I can get a settlement, which gives me 5 points of production, because typically, when we get a settlement, it won't be on as good a spot as the city, because there usually aren't that many good spots to expand onto throughout the game, because they're all taken in the initial pickings. Now, I don't know if that made much sense. I hope it did. It probably didn't, though. Orange, while I've been talking, has got a city for themselves. I will say this. The 6 has not been rolling at all. We've had 1-6 all game. 1. I'm considering how reliant my setup is. Okay. 2 6s. As soon as I speak. I'm not going to complain. But 2 6s all game still isn't a lot, I think. Someone can do the maths in the comments if they want to show that actually it's not that unlikely to only have 1-6 at this point. But I think it's fairly unlikely. Especially considering the number of 5s. I don't think I'll do that. Red has started an embargo against... Okay. Ooh. 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 Okay, well, we could get a city. But we could also get a settlement. We could also get development cards. I think what I'm going to do... extend our turn, but I think I'm going to go for the development cards. Monopoly, that's good for us. Get another development card. It's a knight. That'll be useful because we're joint leading at the moment. We're not actually leading, but we're doing alright for ourselves. And I like the Monopoly. I think I've said this before, but in case I haven't, a tip when you're using the Monopoly card, if you look in the bank here, bank, as it says, these question marks don't tell you the exact number of a resource, but they give you an approximation. 3 question marks means that there are only about 5 or 6 of that resource in play at the moment. 2 question marks means there's less of that resource in the bank, so there's somewhere probably between, I don't know the exact numbers, but it's roughly 6 to 12 in play if there are 2 question marks. And if there's 1 question mark, it means that most of that resource is in play, so you can get a really good monopoly at that point. Okay, that's not ideal. We got a lot of cards that revolution. I'm gonna do that. Okay, Orange is in a good position at the moment. They've got really good production, they've got a good wood port. We have to rob them here. I don't know how many sheep are in play, but I'm wondering, is it a waste to use our monopoly now? I'm gonna do it. It's a bad one. Yeah, it's only... Oh, that's not a good one. Considering I'm gonna have to pause it at a bad rate anyway. I'm happy to pass on 5. They're probably going to block this 6. The 9? I don't agree with that. I guess wheat is important to me at the moment, but I've already got 2 in hand. They might not be to know that. I mean, I was proven... I mean, the 6 did roll, so I guess in a way you could say I was right. It's more likely to roll, there's far higher production on it. Okay, that's annoying. We don't like that. They're gonna rob me again. This time they're... I hope they put it on the 8. And they do, that's good. From Red's perspective, I think it was, though, robbing the 6 would have been a bit better. Because there's higher production on that spot. You know, there are 15 points worth 5 times 2 cities and a settlement, compared to 4 times 2 settlements. Happy with that where it is. Ooh, I like this. Okay. I think I'm going to get some development cards. Because we're starting to pile them up as well, I might just... I'm gonna... I kind of want to play a knight just so that we can try and race for the army, because once we've got the army, that's us at 8 points. And bearing in mind, in the meantime, we can buy more development cards, maybe pull a victory point, and then it'd just be a city we would need to win. But I just think that where the robber is, it's blocking such a good spot at the moment. I wouldn't want to disturb it. Orange just bought a development. Okay, yeah, that's... It's worked. The 8 rolled. Okay, so this is now a good chance to use the robber, because blue's going to have to move the robber away. They're probably going to rob me. I'm joint with orange, and this is the best spot to block, I think. Oh, maybe the 6, actually. But no, they're going this 6. Okay. It could have been either. I prefer this one slightly to be blocked. Obviously from my perspective, but also from... I will steal from orange because they're doing well. Okay. I'm just thinking, where do I pick? I think if I pick this way, it's a bit safer. Oh, shoot. Okay. Stupid. I'm gonna go... The timer. Time. Okay, I've done this because this is a bit higher producing than down here somewhere. Or here. It might not be the best pick. I feel like if I go for here, though... Okay, that's annoying. Thank you, Red. I did not want that. You can just, not do that. That would be nice. Now the 8... That's no good. That's no good. That's a lot. That's a city. So effectively, red unblocking orange has given orange a city. And they're a good way there. Oh dear. It just shows one. I'm gonna rob orange. I know what I'm gonna get. Orange is now in a very nice. One thing to bear in mind is that road hasn't been taken yet. No. Oh, that could. I think it'll be taken by the time I get a chance to have a say about it. But look, there are 3 different roads, all of 4 length. Oh. So orange just managed to bag themselves 3-all. So they're going for another city, which puts them on 8. As long as I don't roll a 7, I'm going to have decent cards on my turn. I could have a big turn here, depending on what I roll next. The 4 and the 3 both work very nicely. A 5? Can we work with this? I've not got much time to think. I'd love more time to think right now. I'll extend my road. Oh, that... Oh, shit. I mean, crud. Okay, we've got longest road. I messed up my order a bit, though. So... Okay, well, orange is helping red get road. Orange surely has a city in hand. I mean, this is... Okay. The fact that road wasn't taken, though. Yeah, as I said, they had a city. Okay, they're passing, though. Okay, orange thinks I've won here. I'm not sure, because blue could still take road back, in which case I'd have to retake it. But even then... Okay, blue's not focusing on taking longest road back. They probably should have done, seeing as I'm in such a good position. But the question is now, how do I actually win? What is the winning... I feel like I probably should have the win here. I'm not doing that. That's not the win. Do I have... Oh. Oh. Okay, Can I win? I need 2 brick. I think I'm 1 card off, and nobody's going to trade with me here. What I'm going to do is buy a dev card. Lucky pull? No. Oh, okay, so we get army at least on our next turn. What I'll do though is I'll put a road here. That gives us road length 7 now. So it's going to take 3 more roads to overtake us. Which is doable for both blue and red. In fact, yeah, once red takes it, I don't think I can take it back. That's a good settlement. I like that, because it means that now I can't settle there. And I can't take road back by settling there either. So that's very good. Okay, I've got a lot of sheep now. I said at the start that 6s weren't rolling. Since I said that, 6s have rolled like crazy. Since about halfway through the game, I'm getting loads of sheep now. I think if we look at the stats, they'll suggest even more. If I don't roll a 7, I should definitely win. If I do roll a 7, then I'm going to have to do a lot of maths. A lot. Okay, so this is going to be on me. It's going to be on the 6. Yeah, there's nowhere else. Yeah, let's just... we'll rob orange. Okay, we surely got the win. I'm just gonna... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. I think the easiest way to guarantee the win is just get a city. Look in chat. Get a city and we win. Easy. But look at that. All those sheep. GG. Sheep. And yeah, 69 turns. Funny number. Thank you for watching. Come back next week. I should have a new video. Bye.